Firstly I just want to thank Will, obviously the president of the SACA and SACA Cricket here, for the massive honour. Extremely privileged to play a lot of games of cricket out here, but very honoured to now be on the wall here, and with my history with the Adelaide Oval, it's very fond and very proud moment. On the wall, a lot has changed, as you can probably tell out there, Tom. But I don't know. It's a bit lost for words with seeing my photo up on the wall. If I'm being honest with you, I've never played the game to be recognised in moments like that. But to that Test match, especially, it was an incredible, emotional Test match, and to play my role and now to be part of the history here at Adelaide Oval is pretty cool. Yeah, it certainly is. There's no secrets in my love and the passion for Adelaide Oval, and I thoroughly think it's the best oval in the world. And I thought that when I was working here with Damien, but then to be able to play cricket out here for a number of years now, it's in my opinion it's the best ground in the world, and as I said, it's a pretty amazing honour.
Great to be back in. I'm assuming you're back in the lineup. You spoke about how difficult it was to be missing. How you reflect on a week on from that, and how you feel to be back in the team?
Obviously it was pretty disappointing personal week for me last week, but I was pretty well set on making sure I could help out the team in any way that I could, and I felt like I did that pretty good. And to be 2-0 up in that Australian cricket change room, it's pretty special. The guys are they're very confident. We're preparing well, so we're ready to go this week. Extremely. Every game, every opportunity that there's a Test match on, I want to be a part of. I love playing cricket. I love doing my role for the Australian cricket team. So there was a lot of disappointment, but there's no point looking in the back now. We'll look forward and move on, and look at what my role looks like this week, and look at that opportunity that presents.
Nathan, Damien said this morning there should be plenty of spin on the wicket this week.
It is. There's no, so I know he's standing behind your camera there trying to put me off, but he's the best curator in the world. As I said before, it's the best ground to play at, so I'm expecting there to be a little bit on offer for everyone.
Actually, how important do you think it is that spin always has a place around Test venues in Australia? Like that's also the narrative we talk about is how spin is becoming less effective. See, obviously Shield games where spinners aren't used sometimes. How important is it, do you think, that curators make sure that available?
Well, you're asking a spinner.
So I know you're going to say it's important.
I think it's incredibly important. I think the variation in Test cricket, understanding that Test cricket goes for 5 days, and there's a lot of opportunity for pitchers to wear and spinners to be able to produce their craft. I've always said as soon as the ball spins, there's more eyes on TVs, and I stand by that. You look at when we go over to India and you look at the conditions there and the exciting cricket when the ball is spinning, how many people pay attention to it. So for me, spin's incredibly important in the game of cricket, in junior cricket, in first class cricket, in white ball, red ball. It doesn't matter what format, what game of cricket. I think spin plays a massive role here.
Does it fall on a few people? Look, obviously to ensure that the pitches it takes spin, but also on states to be backing the spinners, even potentially at times when you look at pitches that may not turn that much.
I think here in Australia it's probably the hardest craft to do is bowl spin around the country, but you look at the guys like Corey Rockacholi, Todd Murphy, Matt Kuhneman, Mitch Swepson, Tanveer Singer, like there's guys who are producing good numbers in Shield cricket, and their craft, they're all still learning their craft, as I am, and we all want to be producing or playing on some really good wickets. That's a great contest between bat and ball, but yeah, I'll leave it there.
Nathan, why do you feel you've been left out to the last 3 tests when for so long they didn't leave you out, even though there were other big ball matches?
Don't know. That's probably a really question for the captains and the selectors, I guess.
Do you have a point to prove? After being stuck on 552 for a few tests?
No, I've played 140 test matches. I feel like I don't have a point to prove to anyone. As I said, I'm very clear on my role within this Australian cricket team. I love playing with everyone in that change room and love playing and representing Australia. So if I get that opportunity again, I'll keep doing that. My dream is to continue to play cricket for Australia, and no one's got a given right to be selected. You've got to work your backside off to make sure that you put your hand up for selection and you earn that right.
Nathan, Harry Brook kind of spoke before about having to rein it in at times with how he bats. Like, do you think that's potentially an opportunity for you guys with them potentially second guessing how they play their game?
I'm not really looking too much into what England are doing, or I haven't heard what Harry said, but Harry's a world-class batter. You can see that, that. You look at their whole batting lineup, there seems to be some decent superstars in that lineup, so it's going to be a good challenge. As I said, we'll finish off our preparation here. Our week's been really good so far. We'll have one final hit out and make sure that our preparation and our game plan is exactly where we want it to be, and then we'll put a couple of plans in place and we'll go out there and try and do that.
Do you expect them to play you differently, like another 23? You kind of prepared by having guys try to pick out and things like that. Is that a different kettle of fish to an
I'm not really sure. I've bowled 2 overs this whole series, so I haven't really had the opportunity to get my teeth into this Test series yet. But that opportunity will hopefully come soon, and we'll put it into play. But I'm expecting guys to take me on. Yeah.
Nathan, a bit of conjecture, I suppose, about the fact that it's going to be very hot the first 2 or 3 days here, and Damien talked about maybe leaving just a little bit more moisture in it. Do you think it's still a bat first situation as you traditionally have in a red ball game in Adelaide?
Yet again, you're asking a spinner whether I want to bowl on day 1 or day 5 when I'm wearing wicket. Yet again, I'm not a captain. I'm not sure what Pat's thinking or Steve's thinking, but I'll be batting.
Nathan, just said how difficult it is for Australian spinners to learn to bowl in this country. How difficult is it for overseas spinners?
Probably a little bit more difficult. Obviously, I've grown up with the Kookaburra ball in hand. I've grown up in these conditions around Australia. So I've learnt my craft and learned what I need to do to be successful in these areas. But that's part of playing international cricket, and that's the beauty of it. You get to challenge yourself in different conditions and prove yourself in those conditions when the opportunity comes.
England have put a lot of time into showing Bashir over the past 18 months. Given what you said about you expect the conditions to be here, how surprised would you be if he's not in their 11?
I would be surprised if their number 1 spinner's probably not playing, if I'm being honest with you. But Will Jacks, I thought he played a pretty decent role up in Brisbane in the opportunity that he had. So, but yet again, I'm not really concerned with what 11 England produce or play out here in Adelaide. I think we need to worry about what we're doing and control what we control and do that. But yeah. We've just at the hotel like everyone else watching and seeing it all unfold on the news, and obviously we're extremely saddened and a horrific day for everyone involved, and we stand by them, and our thoughts and prayers are with them, but nothing I'm going to say right now is going to make anyone feel any better. But other than that, we're thinking of them, and hopefully that they can get through this soon.
You're only 2 wickets away from passing the Australian wicket taker in Test cricket. How special would that be that it was here in Adelaide?
I dare say it potentially may be like a little fairy tale, I guess, when you look at it, when my history here with working here and the dream, playing Test cricket, and my first ever Test match here was on the roller here back in 2010 and funnily enough against England. So for me to potentially overtake Glenn McGrath would be pretty incredible, but still a long way to go.
Sorry, you were talking about, I appreciate you're not fussed about the England team that's been put out, but you were playing for Lancashire quite recently. I'm just wondering what you think of county cricket as a kind of nursery for spin bowling, given when it's played, and also maybe if you surveyed the landscape while you were there.
No, I think county cricket's great. I thoroughly enjoyed my time at Lancs. It's something that I would probably potentially look back going back to county cricket to still learn my craft. I feel like I've still got a lot to learn over in those conditions, as we'll just touching base. But I was lucky enough to work with Tom Hartley for a long time over there for my period of time there, and I thought he was very impressive in the way he goes about it. But yeah, don't really know what you want me to say.
Well, no, I'm just curious about in terms of young players developing in that system. I think is it helping the system for young spinners to develop when it's not a seam-dominated sport?
Seems it spins. But yeah, you're not giving me anything. You're not even smiling. Well, they play 14 games today. So there's going to be opportunity that spin's going to play a role. In my eyes, spin played a role in every game. It's about picking the right time and being able to have a variation in your attack to provide different challenges.
All good, folks. Okay, thank you.
Too easy. Thanks, guys.
Nathan. Cheers.